Regardless, I want to be a change maker. It does not hurt to walk away from this school. It hurts to walk away from my students. And if it's one thing I learned in my life, whether this is relationships, professional, and friendships, only give somebody one opportunity to tell you that they don't want you.
Love me, love me, love me.
Hey y'all. Okay, so today is the day. By the time y'all see this, I would have been in my new position now, but I definitely just wanted to come and catch y'all up. Okay, yeah, I have a lot of packages to unbox, but anyway, today, which when y'all see this will be probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I submitted my resignation to my job today. And it was a hard choice to make because if you don't know, I am a teacher. I've been a teacher now for 4 years, and I love what I do. Whenever I join a school, my numbers follow, okay? I have always been gifted classrooms that were at the bottom of the district, but by the time I leave or by whatever work I do, they're leading the district significantly, not a competition, can't catch up. Like, before I was a teacher, I was a banker. And I found out that I'm real good at teaching math to anyone who needs it. I tutor adults, kids of all ages. Like, I just understand math and I'm able to break down the jargon in a way that anyone can understand. So I know I'm in the profession that is important to me. And what's also like, I feel like awesome on my part, I'm not one of those teachers who is just seeking administration. Yes, I am getting my master's so I can get more money. But I don't plan to be in administration until like I have my children. And all of my children are at least in probably like 3rd grade. So that's another about 10 years of me being in the classroom, making the change that I think that I can make. I'm pretty transparent when I go to a job. I let them know what I can do. I can move your numbers. Nothing ever intimidates me. When I came to my current school or my past school now, when I came to my past school, they had a mastery of 3.5% the year before me, before I got there. 2 years before I got there, they had a mastery of 1.7%. They gave me a goal of 7 to 10%. My first year on that campus, I got to 59% mastery. Currently, right now, because of course each year I'm fine-tuning things, I'm finding different ways to teach things, different sequences, I'm trying stuff out. This year we had 71% mastery. I got the position of content lead, and listen, this is probably why like I don't want to do administration again. When you become an administrator or leadership, the people who are not or wanted your position and did not get it shift on you quickly. It starts with whispers. It starts with they used to greet you in the morning and then all of a sudden they only speak if you speak, and if they do speak, it's begrudgingly. It's the avoiding eye contact, the swiftly walking away when you come around so they don't have to have a conversation with you. It's the whispers, the private meetings, it's all of those things that happen when they start to shift, when they start to hate on the fact that you got what they want. Especially if they feel like they've had more time at the place or more experience than you, more accolades than you. If you get a position that they want, they can't look at themselves or be mad at management for picking you. Instead, they hate on you. And I'm really aware of my blackness. Like, yeah, we want to say America is amazing, but we have not moved too far away as a society. Like, I very much carry myself knowing that I am a black woman in the workplace. Very black. My dialect doesn't change. My accent doesn't magically disappear. You're going to get all of me every time you see me on camera, in text, in email, in person. I'm always going to be the same. I don't have time for that. At church, community service, in school, you're going to get who I am. And you can like me or not, but I demand my respect. And there's been like just several instances where I felt disrespected as a human. Beyond being a teacher, beyond being a woman, human to human, no sane human likes to be demeaned in front of their colleagues. No sane human enjoys having someone else be called their position. That's disrespectful and intentional. Both of those things. You cannot apologize and take it all back because it's already happened. The harm is already done. And when I have these conversations with my husband, he's like, well, you've seen it happen to other people. You just thought it couldn't happen to you. And he's right. And once I internalized it that way, I now can frame this as a life lesson. Instead of, woe is me, I have to find another job or whatever, I'm going to leave this job with my dignity, with my respect, and with my reputation. And it's a lesson learned. From now on, I am going to be more cognizant of noticing people being rude, condescending, or demeaning to other people, because now I am fully aware that that can change and switch to me at any point. Like, the thing about life and work, the names change, the faces change, but the game doesn't. The game doesn't. These personalities are replicated with toxic leadership. Okay? And that's the problem with education. You have administrators that have never been in a classroom, or maybe been in a classroom for less than 3 years. That's disrespectful to the craft. You don't know how to lead these individuals. I'm taking these classes right now, and do I feel like I would be a good administrator without a few more years under my belt? Now, everybody else, like when I interview or they meet me, they're like, they see it on me. They see administration on me. And that's cool. But I really am a person who respects the craft. I do not have respect for people who are looking for a title and not ready for the role. When I was in Texas, there was a mandate that you had to be a teacher for 5 years before you can even apply to be anything in leadership, anything in administration. And you needed a master's. In Texas, you had to be a teacher of record. Not an assistant, not a co-teacher, not a substitute. You had to be a teacher of record for 2 years before you could even take the test for certification. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. But I want to find a way to replicate the way I teach math for other teachers, because taking the ego out of it, I'm gonna go back to like one of my original statements, or my like primary statements. I am just a good math teacher. Phenomenal. Students bond with me really well. I build relationships. I have my Velcro students. It does not hurt to walk away from this school. It hurts to walk away from my students. Now, I do know that the school that I'm going into, I'm going to also build those relationships. They're going to be cutie pies, and I'm going to have my favorites over there. And it seems like I'm going to have a better work environment. But I am going to miss the babies who I built the relationship with over the last 2 years and this year. I feel bad if my school isn't able to replace me with another teacher, but they may, because there was another teacher who was gunning for my position because my school got rid of a whole role called academic trainers, and she got put into a different position. So I feel like she's going to be they're going to move her into my role. So hopefully the kids on an education standpoint don't miss a beat. But relationship wise, I am going to miss them. Yeah. Another lesson I learned through this is no matter how much of a relationship you think you are building, you're not as close to your leadership as they are to each other. You cannot think that because that they're going to align to you, protect you. I feel like if I didn't choose to walk away, that I would have been left fending for myself systematically. My name would be tarnished, and it just doesn't make sense. It was such a slow progression that I almost didn't see it happen. Like, as I started applying for other jobs, I had to print out my data. So my evaluations, my test scores, and it's been slow incremental declines on my evaluations. Like I started off with 4 points, then it went to 3 9s, 3 8s, 3 6s, 3 4s. And while it's happening, because all those things are good scores, because the highest score you can get is a 4, while it's happening, you're not seeing it because you have all these other things to do. Academic trackers, tests, grades, meetings, PLCs, PDs, content meetings. You have all these other things that are on your plate that you don't see metrically on paper. Your scoring is declining. And that's the game that they play. Administration has more experience with creating a paper trail. To the point of it's like that story when you put a frog, or maybe it's a lobster. You put something in the water. You don't put it in hot water because it's going to jump out. Okay, it's frog. You're not going to put it in hot water because then it's going to jump out. You put it in lukewarm water. And then you slowly turn up the temperature until they figure out that they are in danger, but it is too hot and they are too weak to leave. Listen, I don't know who needs to hear this. The moment they start acting funny, not making eye contact, not speaking, giving you the cold shoulder, shooing you along, the moment that happens, start looking for a job, because I guarantee you management has already made up their mind that they don't want you there no more. And if it's one thing I learned in my life, whether this is relationships, professional, and friendships, only give somebody one opportunity to tell you that they don't want you. Hello? One opportunity. I wish a man, I've been married with my husband more than 3 years now. We've been together more than 5. He'll be home in a few minutes. Listen, if he came in this door right now and said, I don't want you no more, I'll cry. But I'm not going to question it, because you only got one time to tell me you don't want me. My family, you got one time to tell me you don't want me. My friends, you got one time to tell me you don't love me. And I mean, I'm getting a little animated. My bad. I'm saying all that to say, because that's never actually happened to me with my man, my family, and my friends. But I don't care who it is. Like, at some point, you got to have the dignity about yourself and the love of yourself to say, I deserve more. I'm kind to you. I'm dependable. I'm consistent. I'm routine. You know exactly who you're going to get on Monday and Friday. At some point, you got to stick up for yourself and say, no, I am not going to be your dumpster. You cannot, you like me today, you don't like me tomorrow. You bigged me up last week and now I'm the problem. No. Life is too short. Life is, if that's the word right there. Life is too short, baby. Listen, what Eddie Murphy say? 75 summers, 75 springs, 75 falls, 75 winters, if you are lucky. I'm 28, baby, a grown woman. I'm not playing these bald-headed old games with you. All right, y'all. We about to get some food. I'll talk to y'all later.